Are some people born to be serial killers? I don't think so. Actually, many of them were experienced some events during their youth, which lead them to an unexpected life path. We can look at what is in common between the early years of different serial killers to find out what events made them. The graphic novel My Friend Dahmer may give us some inspiration. Dahmer always plays the role of the bullied child in school, probably because he is introverted and shy. Anyway, he is a nobody and no one wants to communicate with him. After finding that his act-up attracted attention, he even became the funny character and let the people laugh at him. Lonely Dahmer can only put his attention on the animals killed by the roadside, dissecting them, along with their bodies and bones. Lonely Dahmer can only put his attention on the animals killed by the roadside, dissecting them, along with their bodies and bones. Perhaps Dahmer's obsession with death and violence began to sprout in his heart since then. Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer, has something in common with Dahmer. In his childhood, his mother was domineering who often abused him emotionally and physically. His mother controls many aspects of his life, and Ridgway has mixed feelings for her. Such behavior, for him, makes him angry, but also contains sexual attraction. These conflicting feelings distort Ridgway's perception of sex. Such behavior, for him, makes him angry, but also contains sexual attraction. These conflicting feelings distort Ridgway's perception of sex. Ridgway's father was a bus driver. The relationship between Ridgway's parents is not harmonious. They often quarrel in front of him, left a considerable shadow on the young Ridgway's childhood. After Ridgway graduated from high school, he joined the army and sent to Vietnam, where he got gonorrhea from sex worker. Although Ridgway felt angry about that, he still obsession with and have a great need for sex. Ridgway himself admits to having an obsession with sex workers, where he has a love-hate relationship. He often complained that they were nearby, but he also often used their services. Perhaps, this complex love and hate feeling for sex, anger and violence makes Ridgway associate sex with death. This probably was a major reason why he later became the Green River Killer and specifically targeted sex workers. For Dahmer and Ridgway, they become serial killers because of the environment they grew up in. They are not noticed, not kindly treated, and their inner desires can only be passively transferred on corpses and sex. In the process of forming their worldview, they were also lacking of people who can provide them support in time and reasonable guidance. If when Dahmer addicted in alcohol, having strange thoughts with dead bodies, when Ridgway addicted in sex, inner anger got not channeled to release. Someone could show up and communicate with them, help them correctly form their thoughts and treat their desires. Perhaps things would be different. The case of Dahmer and Ridgway is a clear reminder of the importance of addressing psychological distress in preventing future tragedies. For the marginalized group, we should be more inclusive and helpful. Psychological counseling, family therapy, and community support may change his path to prevent their potential violent tendencies to escalate. Anyway, hope more and more teenagers' psychological problems can be noticed and properly dealt with. Don't have to grow up with pain. This is Kevin. Peace and love.